the puzzle. And now we're getting out of here. No more puzzle. The chair's not where it usually is. Also, it was a very big stretch for me to say we have finished the puzzle. I did none of that puzzle. I don't think I've worked on any of the puzzles in months. Every once in a while I'll go in and put like a word. But I have not done any of the puzzles in months because I'm usually showing up right when we need to start coming. Mother, get in here! Oh, the music got turned down. She's on the way. I'm getting rid of this puzzle. It's just me. Me, yeah, I'm here for support. I'm here to support your victories. But I'll never be there for your failures. Also, ASMR, opening a fresh morning sun drop. This has been sitting on the counter, so it is, as Wayne likes to say, piss warm.
Ew.
Honestly, no beverage sitting on our countertop is ever going to be that warm because he keeps the AC on.
Uh-huh.
The beverages are never going to be warm. It is like, it's a cool room temperature. It's not even a warm room temperature. It's a cool room temperature.
Okay, count us in. We got things to do. Do you want me to put my
You shouldn't need to as long as you don't like turn on your fan or anything or turn on the washing machine. Because I can hear you
no.
fine.
Laundry's
Yeah.
already done, and it's rather cool here today, so I don't think we'll be turning the air on.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm wearing to the market today. Because I don't know. Because if it's hot, then they're gonna have the AC on, which means I need to bring a jacket.
Yeah, I think you should go with like a t-shirt and then have a layer to put over
A layer to
it.
put on. Okay. Yeah. That means I need to wear an appropriate shirt. Because I've been going to work wearing just like whatever shirt I want and then throwing a sweatshirt over it, not planning to take the sweatshirt off. That backfired yesterday. It was warm.
Oh no.
Yeah. Let's see. It is 65 here. More details. Oh, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
supposed to get up
65 here
to
too.
it's supposed to get up to 76 by 5 o'clock. So
It was supposed to
I
be in the
agree.
70s yesterday, but it never really got warm.
Hmm.
Okay, you gonna count us in so we can get this nonsense started?
Sure.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of The Conversation Chair. I am your presenter, Danny, the lethargic glass. And with me is my co presenter, my partner in crime, and my wee bairn.
Artemis the fatigued, as usual. I'm still not getting any sleep.
Oh, poor Bay. Poor Bay. And in case you've never been here before, we are here to, we're just a little chat show. We just talk about stuff. We don't really have a theme. We just talk about stuff. You decided you need to be shorter?
Yeah, I was in a different chair. I usually like to have the camera just a little bit above eye line, so you're not
Hmm.
like getting a bunch of this. And this is the chair that I was using while we were recording Tiny Bookshop the other day. And it worked for Tiny Bookshop because I was like playing a game or whatever, so I wasn't like paying attention to the camera. Now that I can see myself on the camera, I need to be shorter.
Okay, back to business. We are just here to be your audio ambiance. We are here for your body doubling needs. We are here to be your background sound. We are here to keep you company while you are watching the children, doing the laundry, washing the dishes, sweeping the floors, or while you are taking a break from your usual alien romance and monster smut to read something that is closer to literature than you've gotten in a while and is also more popular than what you normally read. And yes, that last bit is part of my real life, but we'll get to that later.
But
How are you doing
not
today?
teasing the book. I'm okay. I'm just tired. I'm still not sleeping very well. I like truly. I've got 3 bottles of medicine that sit on my bedside table now because before I go to bed, I take melatonin gummies, and I take magnesium, and then I take iron as well. And I'm like, I feel old. There's so much medicine.
Because you are old.
I'm not.
Although I'm not as old as you tried to make me out to be with that video you sent me.
I just said that because I thought it was funny.
She sent me a video of this woman talking about how if you're sharing an account, basically if you're sharing an account with your parents or something and it sends them a verification code, but you're not there with them to help them get the verification code. I'm
Trying to
not
get a
that
verification
hopeless.
code from your mama is hell. You know she ain't gonna be able to open that email.
I know where they send the verification codes. I know whether they
Oh,
text
I
it to
know.
me or they email it to me. I am not that hopeless.
Oh, I know. I just thought it was hilarious.
And I'll be honest, some of the hopelessness comes in. Can you hear them out there
I can.
chainsawing the world? I guess I better
I
just put my
can.
headphones on.
He's out here fighting the air with a chainsaw.
I don't know what they're chainsawing. We ain't got no trees.
I
We
came in a
live, for
little.
those who don't know, we live in a subdivision. So all trees that we have are like decorative. Like I have
Yeah, they're
one
small.
tree in our front yard. Oh, it's not small. That tree's not small anymore. It was small when we moved in 25 years ago. It's a big tree now.
It's small.
Oh, that's right, because you live in the mountains. So our big tree probably looks like a baby tree to you. But when we moved into this, that tree was 4 feet tall. That tree now is as tall as the house. So,
It's petite. It's demure. It's skinty.
whatever. Oh, just when I get my headphones, they stop chainsawing.
Oop.
I'm gonna put them on anyway, just in case.
Yeah. I had to wait a minute before turning my microphone on because I was giving my dogs a snack. One of the dogs is in the living room, the other one is in here. And I gave them some lamb trachea. Turns out lamb trachea, very crunchy. Very crunchy. So he was over here. So I had to wait for him to stop.
Smack, not a smack.
Try again. Come
You
again.
gave them a snack, not
Yes.
a smack.
Yes. A snack, not a smack. Did you think I
Look,
said smack?
it sounded smack at first until you started saying lamb.
Oh, I should have said treat.
A treat. But yeah, what was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say. What was I talking about before I got this?
Distracted by
Anyway,
the outside world.
we don't have trees for them to
Yeah, so what are
chainsaw.
they
I don't know what
chainsawing?
I don't know what their chains on because, like I said, the trees here are decorative. And we have a tree in our yard, but I'm looking around. Most of the
Most
people
of the
don't
houses don't, I
have.
don't think.
Most of the houses don't have one. We put a tree in our front yard. I don't know why. Because we're the ones who planted it. It wasn't like the neighborhood planted it. We're the ones
Oh, I
who
thought it
planted
came
it.
with the neighborhood.
I don't know why we decided we wanted a tree in our front yard, but we have
Look
one.
nice.
And most of the neighborhood neighbors don't have a tree in their front yard. So,
It'll be some nice shade in the summer.
like I ever go outside and sit. Come on
But
now.
if you decide
I think
to,
that was probably the plan, and it's big enough now that we could put a tree
some
out
chairs out
there.
there.
Put some a tree chairs. We can put some chairs out there and sit. So, do we have any tiny delights for this week?
Um, my tiny delight is that Wayne used Bruce Wayne was so nice and used his Xbox points to get a game that I've been waiting to play for a long time. It's by the people that did the game Little Nightmares. They came out with another game called Reanimal, which is like in a different universe, but is similar, like spooky, scary vibes, and it's multiplayer. And I was like, I need to play a game. And so he used his Xbox points to take money off of it. So we got a $70 game for like $20.
Oh, that was nice of him.
Mm-hmm. So we played some of that the other day, and it's just as spooky and exciting as I wanted. There's skin men hanging in the trees, and it's scary.
No. Gross.
It's like, think of a person, and you just take out all of the inside, so their skin is just like an empty suit, and they like slither around on the ground following you. And there's one, but they don't always wake up. There's sometimes they wake up and sometimes they don't. And so they we were going through getting like key quest items, and they woke up and were like chasing us through a hallway. And then we are walking through some like woods, and all of a sudden we get to a point in the woods where there's just like dozens of them hanging in the trees, and I'm like, they're gonna get us.
Well, at least Robin doesn't have to worry about skin suits hanging in the trees because she has no trees on her property. She says she's the only one in her neighborhood who does not have trees. The previous owner cut them all down.
No skin
and
suits for you?
they are happy for it. So no skin suits for you.
So Ronald, I'm afraid of the VR games just because it's too real and around me. I love horror games. I love horror movies and horror games. But
I don't know where she gets that from. It must be a recessive gene from her father because her father used to like horror movies when we first started dating, and excuse me, and I didn't realize until very recently that he's kind of lost his taste for horror movies because I was saving. I don't watch horror movies, but Get Out is such a like a.
It was so good.
It's considered.
It was
such
like
a seminal,
cultural touchstone.
Yeah, a cultural touchstone is a good way to say it. It was in the zeitgeist, and I thought, well, I don't generally watch horror movies or thrillers or anything like that, but I feel like I should watch this one. And so I was saving it to watch with your father, and your father's like, "Oh, I don't really watch horror anymore." So
But
I
yeah,
still
it was
haven't,
so good.
I still haven't watched it.
I'll watch it with you. Also,
I
Ronald
might ask him again. He might want to watch it.
Ronald said he's the one who said that he doesn't have trees in his yard, so no skin men.
Oh, did I read it wrong?
Yeah.
But as you can see, I'm looking over my shoulder
All the way over.
to read the comments because
Girl, if you don't just pull it up on your phone.
I guess I could do that, but I thought I might have to pull something else up on my phone, so I
Also, Ronald, about the VR games are just too real. Like, if I'm playing a scary game on the computer or on the TV, if I get scared, I look away and, oh, there's my husband. I look away, oh, there's my dog. I'm, like, safe in my house. In the VR game, I look around and there's more scary behind me. It's all scary. I'd have to fully dislodge my headset, and with my new head strap I gotta like untwist a bunch of being in the VR scary feels like being trapped in the scary.
Oh no.
In a way that I don't like.
Oh no.
Yeah, I get a lot more scared also when I go to like haunted houses, because I love going to haunted houses, but I'm very clearly a target because I scream very loudly. I like walk around cowering, looking afraid because I don't know when people are gonna jump. So all of the jump scares. Last time Wayne and I went to a haunted house, we went with Gilbert, who shows up in the chat every once in a while, and we were walking and they would ignore Wayne. He would walk by, they'd ignore Wayne. Gilbert would walk by, they'd ignore Gilbert, and then they'd jump out and jump scare me behind everybody. And so I switched to being from the back of the group to being in the middle of the group. They would ignore the person in front of me, jump scare me, and then nothing the person behind me. And then I switched to being in the front of the group, and then they would just jump scare me right away. Like, I am a target.
They can just tell you just have that vibe.
I do, and I had to implement a rule that, like, if we're going to a haunted house, I am paying for those actors to scare me. I am not paying for my friends to scare me. Do not scare me. I need you to be my safe space, otherwise I'm never doing this again. Because the very first time we went to a haunted house, Wayne also like jumped and like grabbed my arm or whatever. I was like, don't ever do that again.
Don't do that.
Because it will go from a safe space to a not safe space, and I'm in real fight or flight.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, my tiny delight for this week is food related. Your brother recommended these banquet mega fillets. Um, they're they're in the freezer section at the
Okay.
grocery store in a black bag. It says banquet mega fillets. They are crispy chicken fillets that you can heat up in the air fryer or the oven. They are nice and thick. They fit nicely on a sandwich bun, or even if you're using white bread, they fill out the whole piece of white bread.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Do they
They
actually
are,
get
they,
crispy?
yeah, they get crispy. Yeah, and they are, but not like overly crispy. I mean, I guess how long you cook them, because I cooked them for like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It says between 10 and 13 minutes. I usually go for about 10, I think 10, 12 minutes.
I
And
tend to
so
overcook a little
I
bit because
get like,
I can't stand soggy.
I get crispy around the edges, but not too crispy. I imagine it would get more crispy if I cooked it a little bit longer. I may try it. But they're not like, oh, they have a spicy version and they have a regular version. I haven't tried the spicy because, baby mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But they are not overly seasoned. They're not bland, but they're not overly seasoned.
Yeah,
So
it's where you feel like you
they're
eat two
just
of them and your mouth is burning.
so they're just right. So they're perfect for um like what I think of is if you're in the mood for some sort of fast food chicken sandwich, but you can't go to a restaurant. They're good for making like a dupe
Ooh,
at home, because
I
like
have to get them.
I made my version, or my um what I always call my ghetto version of when I say I make a homemade version of something. It's usually a ghetto version, but like the Chick-fil-A sandwich, which
Mm-hmm.
is basically a toasted bun with butter on it and two pickle slices, and then your crispy chicken patty. That's all that's on the basic Chick-fil-A sandwich.
That's how I
And
eat all my chicken sandwiches. Take everything off. I just
and
want chicken and bread.
so it makes a good substitution for the Chick-fil-A sandwich. Sometimes I put some barbecue sauce on it. The other
Mm-hmm.
day I got all fancy and made myself a cordon bleu sandwich.
Not cordon bleu. What's a
So
cordon
I
bleu
had
sandwich?
I had provolone on
Ooh.
provolone on both sides slices of the bread, melted it, and then had the chicken patty and some deli ham, thinly sliced deli ham, and some pickles and some honey mustard and some lettuce. I know you're not lettuce person, but and some
No, I
lettuce
don't mind lettuce. I don't like
and
sauces.
oh and on my buttered toast. It was a very good sandwich. I would get a bun. If I do that again though, I'm going to get a bun because we were out of buns, and so I just used white bread, and I toasted it a little too much, so it was like the white bread was crumbling around the sandwich as
Not
I was trying to bite
crumbling.
the sandwich, but it was still so tasty. Yes.
Hot take. Cheese doesn't go with chicken. I don't. I don't know
It's
how to explain
it's a
this,
cordon bleu sandwich. I wouldn't normally put cheese on the chicken, but
but there's so many. I feel like there are so many, especially in like
it's
fast
like
food.
it's
There's
like the
so many sandwiches that
cheese,
have cheese.
the way you layer it. The cheese is with the ham, and then so you kind of have the ham and cheese, and then you have the chicken. The
Cheese does
ham
not
is
go with
next.
chicken.
The ham is next to the chicken.
Sound off in the chat. Does cheese go with chicken? I feel like cheese doesn't go.
It's chicken cordon bleu though.
Chicken cordon bleu, chicken cordon you. No, cheese doesn't go with chicken. I
That's
don't
the
care
only
what it
time I.
is.
That's the only time I will put cheese with chicken is just like technically cheese doesn't go with fish either, but I'm eating the McDonald's fish fillet sandwich.
Oh, ask for no cheese. Clearly,
That's
they're
that's
doing it wrong.
no, that's the only time cheese is fine on fish to me is a McDonald's Chick-fil-A fish fillet of fish
That's
sandwich.
To be fair, the only time that I eat mustard on my burger is when I eat a McDonald's burger, because it's like it tastes like nostalgia because of all those times where like we come home from church and father would get us McDonald's and he's like, I'm not ordering anything special, y'all got cheeseburgers, and I'm like, I got cheeseburgers. And so that is how I eat my McDonald's cheeseburger. I will not eat mustard on any other cheeseburger ever.
I, I mean, I can see that. I can see that because that is
It tastes of nostalgia.
well, in my case, we got to a point where when I wasn't working as much and we didn't have as much money, and your father would, as a treat, go and get us some fast food, just me and him, and they would
Y'all have a secret fast
accidentally
food without me?
put mayonnaise on my sandwich, even though I don't eat mayonnaise. But
That pisses me off.
at that point, it's like, we don't have money for me to be wasted. Because in the past, if they had put
Yeah.
mayonnaise on I've said this before, in the past, if they put mayonnaise on my sandwich, that sandwich is not getting eaten. Your father could eat it or it's going in the trash. I'm not eating a sandwich with mayonnaise on it. But now my taste buds and my wallet have matured enough that I can afford to waste a sandwich. I will take that thing. I will scrape as much mayonnaise off as I possibly can, because usually I'm eating it once I get home anyway. So I can do things to it. I can scrape as much mayonnaise off. Sometimes I'll put some mustard over the spot where the mayonnaise was to kind of because I like mustard. So mustard, or depending on what kind of sandwich it is, mustard or barbecue sauce or ketchup to obliterate that mayonnaise that they stuck on there.
Yeah, I'll wipe the
And then
mayonnaise
I just
off.
have then try to ignore it rather than waste the sandwich.
I'll wipe the mayonnaise off, but I have worked enough fast food to know
Well, that's
I
right,
am
Ronald. That's right,
so
Ronald.
picky.
Chicken parm. Yes,
But
that's
the
that's
thing
the other
is,
instance that you eat chicken, eating cheese and chicken
the thing
parm.
is they don't go together, and I don't know how to explain why. Because cheese is a milky product, and I feel like milky product does not go with chicken. I don't know how to explain it. They don't go together.
You don't feel like dairy goes with chicken.
No, it doesn't.
So I'm
But
guessing you don't eat chicken Alfredo either. Your father's favorite. That's right, because chicken Alfredo is
I
sausage.
yeah,
Your
also
father
I don't
want
eat sauce.
exactly. Your father wants it saucier the better. We got an Alfredo pizza because your brother came and visited yesterday, and he ordered pizza, and he had never seen the
We also
Alfredo
had pizza
pizza.
yesterday.
He had not been seen the Alfredo pizza on the menu before, so he got it because he wanted to try it. And that was the sauciest pizza I have ever had. I usually complain that Domino's doesn't put enough sauce on their pizza, or at least they used to not put enough sauce on the pizza. But the Alfredo sauce, that Alfredo sauce was just dripping off that pizza.
That's how
And
Wayne likes
your
his stuff
father
too.
loves when he eats Alfredo, not necessarily with other sauces, but Alfredo in particular. For him, he needs as much sauce as possible to make that food go down. Otherwise, because he's had that surgery too, so
Yeah, the
he,
gastric.
he
Yeah,
needs to make that food go down. He needs as much sauce as possible on that Alfredo.
nah. Also, Ronald is saying buttermilk fried chicken, but buttermilk fried chicken is not gonna be like milky on the outside. Like if you're doing
Yeah,
buttermilk fried chicken, you're
agree
doing
with you there because buttermilk is you're just using the milk to kind of wet the chicken before you put all the flour and stuff on it to
yeah.
fry it.
It's gonna be
You're
fried
not
and like dry.
so
It's
you're not feeling a wet dairy product on butter.
Yeah.
I can agree with you on that one. You're not
And
feeling a
Ronald,
wet dairy product on that one.
fried chicken with gravy. I don't need gravy.
She does not eat gravy. She doesn't eat sauces.
I don't do sauces. I don't do most savory sauces. Sweet sauces, like sweet chocolate sauce or something like that, I'll do. But most savory sauces I don't do. Like I love cheese. Cheese doesn't go in chicken, but I love cheese. Cheese sauces put me off a little bit. Like unless it's specifically like a cheap nacho sauce or something, which I cannot explain.
It is a dry life, but Ronald, she has expanded because somewhere around the time she turned 5 or 6, she stopped eating everything. even things
That's
she
why I can't sleep because I need some moisture. I'm laying in bed dry, shriveled up.
Oh, and Robin does not eat meat.
Oh, I
Are
didn't know. Are
are
you vegetarian, vegan,
or
pescatarian?
are you just flexitarian? You just put you eat a or plant based. To me, there's a difference between vegetarian or vegan and plant based. Plant
Mm.
based means, in my mind, plant based means you'll eat some meat. It's not that you have anything morally or whatever against meat. You're just leaning more towards plants than anything else in your diet, but you're not going to kick up a fuss about it.
Oil can. Uh,
But so yeah, the banquet mega patties, you
yeah, I need to
should
look those up. Did
you
you say you got
should
them at Walmart?
yeah, you should I'm going to pull up a picture of them now
Yeah, I was
off my
gonna say how
Walmart
much are
app.
they?
They're not terribly. It's like 5 patties in a bag and I think it's like $6. But
Ooh, yeah, that's not bad at all.
I mean, you
I might ask Wayne to put those on our grocery list.
okay. Let me see if I can pull it up. But yeah, that's it's just one of those things where I can use it a lot of different ways. And so I don't really get tired of them quickly because I can use them a lot of different ways. A lot of things
Yeah,
that I order, I get tired of quickly because it's like, oh, I've had this 3 times in a row. I'm not in the mood to have this again.
yeah, that's why I've been
But
eating nuggets for the last few months because I just make them plain in the air fryer. But we've got like several different kinds of seasonings, so I can do like lemon pepper
see, I
nuggets or
don't, I don't
barbecue
know how
nuggets.
nuggets don't get old to you because you don't eat sauces, so you don't have anything to dip them in.
Like I just said, I put different seasonings on them. I eat them dry, but I'll put like lemon pepper seasoning or barbecue seasoning, or we've
But
got like a
seasoning doesn't
dryer
stick
seasoning.
to nuggets.
If you
Nuggets
put them
are.
in, if you put them in the air fryer, and then right when they're about to come out of the air fryer, you dust them with the seasoning right then because they've got all the like the grease and juices from the nugget on them, and so you put it on, and then the seasoning sticks.
Whatever you say.
Okay, banquet mega fillets. I will ask Wayne to get them.
Yep, that's what we get.
Fry sauce. I don't need no fry sauce. Fries dry. Dry as the day is long.
She's weird. You gotta have ketchup. Sometimes I eat French fries just because I'm in the mood to taste ketchup.
So there are two sauces that I can remember eating in my adult life is I will do so I do like the McDonald's sweet and sour sauce, like the nugget sauce. I do like the McDonald's sweet and sour sauce, but I prefer the nuggets dry. Like every once in a while I'm like, I'll crave a little sweet and sour sauce, but that's like I might eat McDonald's like several times a month, but I will go 6 months before I have sweet and sour again because it's not my favorite. Because I prefer it dry. But the one that I really did like that I'm mad that they don't have anymore is the one that was like, what is it? The Szechuan sauce. The Szechuan
Uh
sauce that
huh.
like the Rick and Morty fans were all talking about or whatever, and they
Yeah.
brought it back. The Szechuan
Yeah.
sauce was good. The Szechuan, because it was kind of just like a soy sauce with some like with some something in it, but the Szechuan sauce was good, and I got that every time I got the chance because I knew it was limited time, so it was going away. I liked the Szechuan sauce, but most of the time sauces are a no go for me.
Robin says her son dips his nuggets in ice cream. Oh no.
I mean, I would dip a
Some
French
people
fry in
like
ice
some
cream
people
like it.
like the salty and the sweet together.
Yeah, I'll dip
Not
French fries and Frosties at Wendy's, but outside of that,
no. That's not that's I've seen people do that and that's not a thing for me, but my concession to the salty and sweet is sometimes I like to have like an ice cream sundae with like peanuts on it. That's
do
the
not put
salty and
peanuts in
sweet
my
to me.
ice cream.
But I mean, it's been years since I've had that. I'm just saying
Hmm.
sometimes, I can see the appeal of peanuts on ice cream that gives you that salty and sweet. Or some people, some old country people like to put peanuts in their bottle of Coca-Cola.
What?
Or I should say, if it's country folks, it's in their bottle of RC Cola or Coca-Cola. I don't normally say Coca-Cola. I'm only saying it that way now because we're talking country folk. Coca-Cola.
Peanuts?
Peanuts, salted
Pe-
peanuts.
As in, I buy myself a Coca-Cola, and then I get a bag of Planters, and I just
Uh-huh. Yep.
don't
And
you end up with soggy.
they get those bags of planters that are like the tall, skinny
Yeah,
ones,
that's exactly what I was picturing. Yep.
Uh-huh, and they dump them into the. It's got
But
to
don't
be a
you end up with like,
that glass bottle of Coca-Cola.
but don't you end up with soggy peanuts at the bottom of your bottle?
But they say it tastes good.
See, I kind of want to try it
Robin
now.
said her friend from Mexico would crack an egg and put it in the Coke. No, no, no.
Scandalous. Scandalous.
No, no, no. We
What?
can't have that now.
I also don't like eggs, so that was always going to be a no-go for me.
I mean, that it took me a long time to be able to enjoy eggs.
Every once in a while I'll
Because
get a craving for eggs, but they have to be like an omelet well done or like
uh-huh.
scrambled hard. Like I
Yeah.
want them to be brown.
Yeah, I'm not a sunny side up girl or anything like that. I've tried it a couple times when that craze was going around where they were putting fried eggs on things like hamburgers and stuff,
Hmm.
and so that you could crack the yolk and have the yolk melting. The yolk was kind of like a sauce going over the burger or
Hmm.
whatever. I tried it once just to see what all the fuss was about, and I didn't dislike it, but honestly, it's not my thing. Now I have
Wayne loves a
bought
runny yolk.
in the frozen section of the grocery store. I have purchased a breakfast burger, which is on a brioche bun, and it's a burger and it's cheese, but it's a fully like egg patty, like you get, like, when you get, well, you don't get, but most people get the egg McMuffin from
Oh, but
McDonald's.
I
And you,
worked at McDonald's.
yeah, you worked. I forgot you worked at McDonald's, and
That's
so
just a regular egg though. They take like a cookie cutter and sit it
uh
on the
huh.
stove and crack an egg into it, and then they flip the whole thing. That's how you get that perfect egg. They
Yeah,
like
so
crack it in
that
there.
whole egg patty. But what I'm
Egg
saying is
disc.
that there's no discernible yolk or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
all mixed in and fried hard, so you're not getting anything runny about it.
yeah.
That's what's on the breakfast burger that you get in the freezer section
Mm.
at the grocery store. I bought those 2 weeks ago, and they were good. The only thing is that the burger is kind of tiny. It doesn't go all the way to the edges of the bun,
I hate that. That
and
really grinds my
that
gears.
feels weird. It's a thin burger, and it doesn't go all the way to the edges of the bun. I don't mind it being a thin burger because a lot of beef I have trouble digesting if it's a lot of beef. So I don't
But if
mind it
you're
being a
left with
thin
all
burger,
that
but
bread on the
I want it
edge,
to be out to the end of the burger.
because
But
you
it's
eat
still,
the
it
burger part
tasted
and then you're left
good.
with crust.
It tastes good. I would buy those again because it's convenient.
Ronald got 1,325 day streak on Duolingo. Crazy.
Oh
You are keeping
gosh.
Duo in business, Ronald.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. And
Keeping
why are
Duo
you
in
saying
business.
ugh? You're clearly doing it, Ronald. So you must
Right?
enjoy it.
You're doing it
Have
to
you,
yourself.
speaking of which, well, we should get to that later. But
Okay.
so anything else life updatey?
Um, Not that I can think of. I got two events this weekend. I have First Friday is this Friday, and then oh my goodness, oh, I'm gonna pass out, I guess. Saturday I'm going to the New Belgium event. It's their 10-year anniversary, and they're hosting. It's gonna be themed like a carnival. So I'm just gonna show up in my full Faye getup and see how it goes. But I am the face painter. I just saw their promotional stuff that they put out on their Instagram, and it specifically said face painting by Maya Mendy. They put me up there. They put my logo up there. So we'll see. And I'm trying to get I just got contacted 2 days ago by the little girl whose birthday I do every year. That I've done for the last 3 years. She's turning 8 this year, and she wants me back at her birthday party.
Oh my goodness. This is just like a regular thing at this point.
Yeah, she sees me every first Friday, and she tells her friends, she's like, oh, this is Maya. She comes to my birthday parties. She does face painting at my birthdays, too. Like, she's so excited for it. She is so excited for it, and I love her for it. She is great. She's a little, I mean, she is 7. She's a 7-year-old. So she's like, she's a lot of energy and a lot of like, she doesn't want to wait in line, but does also want to get the face painting. And so I'll have to like, Sayla, the line is over here. You can't just stand over here. The line is over there, Sayla. But anyway, they contacted me to do her birthday. It's not May yet, so it seems like there would be enough time. But because my manager, or the store owner, puts out the store owner puts out the a month of the schedule fairly early, so we've had May's schedule for like a week already, and they're trying to do her birthday on like the 24th, and so I'm having to try to see if I can switch around days with people to do that birthday. The problem is it's a Sunday. Sundays are short days, so anybody who switches days with me is going to lose hours. Because they'd be switching from a full day to the short day.
Short day,
so they'd be
yeah.
losing hours. So I'm going to see if I can figure it out. If not, I texted the dad, because he's the one who contacted me. He specifically said, let's see, what did he say? Because I told him I was trying to ask off, let's see. They said, hey, I was checking to see if you're willing and able to help us with her upcoming 8th birthday party. It'll be Sunday the 24th. I think having you there from this time has worked well in the past, so I would like to do that. Let me know if you're interested. You always really help make the day special. And I said, my current job already has a schedule out for May, but I'm trying hard to find coverage so I can be there because I know she really looks forward to it. I'll get back to you as soon as possible when I can find it out. And they said, thank you. I appreciate you. It's always a big hit. If we need to pivot in another direction, just let us know. So it sounds like if I can't get that day off, then maybe we could like push it. I mean, there are kids, but maybe we could push it a little bit later in the day, or
they said pivot in another direction, which sounds to me like they're gonna hire somebody else.
I did not process that.
Yeah, it sounds like they're gonna hire somebody else.
Okay, well, I will be prepared if that happens. But we'll see. I still need to. I did some messaging in because we have a Slack. We have Slack for all 3 stores, and so I just put out a message in Slack and was like, "Hey, everybody! I don't have everybody's phone numbers. I'm trying to get these 2 days off if anybody can swap with me." So I was able to swap for 1 day because the other person contacted me. Faye Nectar contacted me about May 16th. That's like 2.5 weeks from now, and they just contacted me about May 16th.
Oh,
so I'm
no.
like, but somebody at work can cover me for the 16th. So I'm going to try to go do that. But I still need to get that birthday party off. So I'm going to see if I can figure it out. The owner said it can be hard to try to do this. Like, she responded in the Slack. It can be hard to try to do scheduling swaps like that. So if I need help, to let her know. So when I go back to work tomorrow, I'm probably going to message her and let her know that I'm having some trouble figuring out. Because it looks like it's going to have to be a 3-way swap of the one person, the person that's swapping for me on the 16th. They also can do the 24th, but I can't do. But my day off that I have that week is the same day off that they have that week. And so we couldn't just swap days off. And so it's going to have to be a 3-way swap of they take my Sunday, I take, somebody else takes their day, and then I take a day for somebody else and do a 3-way swap. So I've got to figure it out.
Yeah, it sounds like you need to go ahead and talk to your supervisor to get that handled. Well, the only other life updates other than your brother came to visit yesterday, we played 7 Wonders, and I thought, because at this point I've played 7 Wonders Architect, and 7 Wonders Duel. Although I've not played 7 Wonders Duel in real life, but I've played 7 Wonders Architect in real life. You got room service.
Room service, thank you.
but I've played Seven Wonders, but I bought Seven Wonders. I think we talked about this before. Pizza. I think we talked about this before. I got a used copy of Seven Wonders on sale for like $20 on eBay, which the game is usually twice that,
Very
so that was a
expensive,
good
yeah.
deal. Yeah, I think I'm not sure if it's the old one, Ronald. I mean, I don't know if it's like the old, because I feel like there's something different about
The art.
the art. I looked it up when I got it or when I was buying it, and I think the one I have is second edition. I think. But I also know that the person also did some changes, like the money. They put their own money in there instead of the money that came with the game. But anyway, um, either way, I'm happy with the set that I got. It was in decent condition. I'm happy with it, all that other stuff.
That's good.
But I had the hardest time. I tried to play it with Terry
Terry.
and Becky and Kim when I bought it, and I was so excited. And but I get flustered when I try to teach games. And Seven
Yeah.
Wonders in particular is a game that I have hesitated to play with any of y'all because
It's
it's a
very welcome
game.
to the government.
Yeah, when you look at it, it looks like there is so much to it. There are so many symbols, and there is like military and this and that and the other. But in the actual play of it, there isn't none of that stuff really means anything. In the actual play of it, it's all just kind of set dressing. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And but when you're taking this game out of the box and showing it to somebody and you're trying to explain it to them, it's like, oh my god, but what does this mean, and why is this here, and why is this symbol on the card, and all
That's
stuff.
how
And
I feel.
part of me wants to tell them just ignore all of that and let's just play.
That's how I feel about Roll and Write Records. I like
Uh
that
huh.
game, but the very
Hmm.
first time we played it, I was like, "What is all of this? There's
Yeah,
so much going on."
Rolling Right Records is another one that I don't think I would ever buy, even if I managed to find it for $20. I don't know how I would explain to people, okay, when this comes up, you got to do this, and then you got to look over here and do this, and then you got to look over here and do this. That's even more complicated than Seven Wonders. But we tried to play, but I thought, okay, we had trouble playing it because I have trouble explaining games.
Hmm.
I get flustered when I have to explain a new game because I feel like if I don't explain it quickly, they're going to be like, no, we're not going to play this. Because when I tried to explain Splendor to Terry, she took one look at it and started packing it
And
back in the
said, "Nope,
box.
not
And
packing it
said,
back up."
yes, yes. She said,
She said,
oh,
"Uh
this is
huh.
very, she
Okay.
said, oh,
Yep.
this is very
Okay.
pretty. And she started
Yeah.
putting it back in
Hmm.
the box.
That's hilarious.
So I feel like, oh, I have failed explaining this somehow. And so I get flustered every time I try to explain a game.
I
And then
wish.
they were really having trouble understanding it. And it didn't help that this was supposed to be a quick game before the football game, and the football game was starting. And Barry's like, "No, I gotta go watch the football game. I'm not feeling." And on top of that, I had introduced them to Seven Wonders Architect first at the game cafe, and they
Hmm.
really liked it. So they thought, oh, this is in the same world as Seven Wonders Architect. And so I thought introducing them to Seven Wonders Architect would help first because they would see that there's these things, that there's like science points and military points and building wonders. It's the same
Hmm.
language,
Yeah.
but it doesn't feel this because Barry kept saying this is not the same game as what we played at the store. This is not even similar to the game we played at the store. And I'm like, but it's got wonders and it's got military and this is not the same game.
You were just on this never-ending journey to get somebody to play Seven Wonders
And
with you.
so we played it last night, And Chloe, you know how Chloe gets. If she doesn't
Mm-hmm.
totally understand the game before we start, if she doesn't totally understand why she's doing something, she's not enjoying the game. And this is
Yeah.
her as we're playing the game last night.
Not
And then it was
exasperated.
her turn to play a card. She's like, I'm playing this one.
Not
That's her. And I was
exasperated.
like, you're really not enjoying this. She said, I can't make a strategy because I don't understand what we're doing. And then we got to and then it seemed like she understood it a little bit more as we got to the end. So we got to the end and I said, so would you play this again? She said, no. I said, would you play it if we play it on Board Game Arena where it's a little more clear? She said, I'll try it on Board Game Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, your brother thoroughly enjoyed it. Oh,
Because
Ronald, it's
Isaac and
not just
I,
Ronald. They were complaining when Barry was. I had introduced them to Seven Wonders Architects first, thinking that would be easier before I introduced them to the full game of the original Seven Wonders. And they thoroughly enjoyed Seven Wonders Architect. They were thoroughly confused by Seven Wonders. And to be fair, I have hesitated on buying that game. I have hesitated on introducing that game to anybody in my group because I think Seven Wonders is like I said before, it's easy to play, but it's complicated by all this stuff around it. You don't quite know why you're doing what you're doing and why all these symbols are there.
mm-hmm.
And like if you why do you get this free because you built this? Your sister is very much into the why I'm doing everything. And if I can't give people the why, I'm not going to introduce that game.
Yeah.
And that's a game where I can't give you the why of what we're doing anything in this game. The theme kind of gets in the way of it almost because you want to know why you're doing stuff. And yeah, Seven Wonders. He's still he still does not understand why we are confused by Seven Wonders. There's just so many symbols and everything on Seven Wonders that it frustrates people.
It does.
And people who have been in the hobby for a while think of that as a welcoming game or a gateway game or whatever to introduce people to the hobby. And I'm like, that's not the game you introduce people to the hobby
Nah.
with.
Gateway game, Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride is the
Ticket
game
to
you
Ride.
introduced. Yeah, Ticket to Ride is the game you introduced. Ticket to Ride is the game that got Barry to start understanding. Oh, Ronald said he was just missing parts because he was talking to his husband while he was talking to us. But yeah, no, Ticket to Ride is the game that got Terry's husband Barry into because we had played Azul and some other things that I'd brought over, and he's like, "No, I don't feel like playing the game now." And to be fair, in the past, them playing games was them playing Spinner, that game with the dominoes, and that's a
Oh,
very
okay.
simple. It's almost like playing Mexican Train. It's almost the same game,
Oh, okay.
but it's with dominoes. It's very simple. It's kind of it's not my favorite game. I will play it with them because they get so enthused about it. Yeah, I would
Seven
say it's
Wonders similar to Seven Wonders Architect.
Seven Wonders Architects. I thought if I introduced them to Seven Wonders Architects, that they would be introduced to the world in an easier way. And the whole thing of military points and science points and how you get points for all these different section things, civilization points and stuff like that. And so we played that first, and they really enjoyed that game. And then the next night, we went home to play regular Seven Wonders because this was over the
And they
weekend.
said,
And they said,
this
this is
is not
not the
it.
same as that game we played yesterday at all. This is not. Yeah, it's like they're wearing
they're
similar
wearing
outfits.
similar outfits.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm on the hunt for hopefully a cheap version of Seven Wonders Architect because I like Seven Wonders Architects too, but I don't want to pay $50 for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to find a used copy. It's been out long enough that hopefully somebody's selling a used copy for cheaper.
Somebody's decided they don't have friends that'll play it with them and they need to sell it.
Hmm. And I'm still hanging on to my copy of Seven Wonders because I got it for cheap, and Isaac likes it.
Hmm.
So maybe if you come down
Oh
for
yeah,
Christmas
that's
and
what I
get
was
the
saying
game,
earlier. That's what I was saying earlier is Isaac and I will just jump into a game. Isaac a
yes.
little bit more than me. I do need to understand a few more of the rules so I understand what I'm doing. But like as
Mhm.
long as I can get the basics, Isaac and I will jump into a game and we're like, this will be the test run and then we'll do a real one after.
Mhm. Yeah, so that's what he said. Maybe when you come down for Christmas, you'll play because you have to have at least three to play Seven
Hmm.
Wonders. If you only needed two, then that would be fine. I would keep it, and me and Isaac would just play it. But you have to have at least three
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
because it's a drafting game. But and so now I'm debating whether all of this was to say I was definitely going to take it to Terry's this weekend,
Hmm.
but now after seeing, I thought it was just I explained it wrong, and I thought, okay, I'm going to play it with Isaac and Chloe, and once I have another play in real life under my belt, because I've played it several times
On
on
Board Game
Board Game
Arena.
Arena, but part of the problem with that is when you play stuff on Board Game Arena, they've already set up the table for you, and they're
Hmm.
already doing the
They won't
um
allow you to break the rules.
they won't allow you to break the rules, and they're already doing all the scoring for you. So there's little things that I don't know about real life Seven Wonders. Like, what are you counting for this as the score, and how are you counting the score for
Hmm.
that? Because at the end, it just shows you the pad and says you got this many points, this many points, this many points. I don't know exactly what I'm getting,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So, or do we leave this on the table during the next round, or do we take it off? Little
Hmm.
things like that, not just in Seven Wonders, but other games. I don't
And
know
stuff that
because
gets done automatically.
stuff that gets done automatically on Board Game Arena, so it flusters me when I have to play the game at the table for the first time and explain it to somebody else for the first time. So if I can
Hmm.
play, so I figured out if I play the game at the table with Chloe and Isaac, they are more forgiving, and then I can figure out how the setup at the table goes and how to do it.
Yeah.
And
That way you'll be prepared for seeing them later.
yeah, I'll be prepared because they look to me to be the game master and know how the game works.
Hmm.
And Barry will be more patient to learn a game if I know how to play it first. But
Honestly,
if I'm
maybe you just walk in with confidence. Just act real confident, even if you're saying the rules wrong. I think they're just reading your confidence and knowing the game. Just act
You
so
can't you
confident.
can't you can't do that with Barry because Barry is a stickler for the rules. He will ask you for that rule booklet so fast.
Then
He
he reads the rule booklet and he learns the game and he's teaching himself. It's all a ploy.
But so yeah, so I'm going, last bit of life update. I am going to Terry's this weekend, and we are going to see a local production of Kiss Me Kate on Sunday. I don't
I
know
don't
where
know
we're
that one.
going to eat. You don't know Kiss Me Kate?
I don't think I do.
Kiss Me Kate is the musical where um a theater company is doing a production. I'm sure Ronald knows it, but it's a musical where a theater company is doing a production of The Taming of the Shrew.
Okay.
So, you've never seen Kiss Me Kate? I would definitely recommend the movie. I've not seen it on stage. Oh, you're going to see six. Oh my
Ooh.
gosh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
And what's the show you just finished again that you were in? Because
But
Ronald hasn't been able to play with us for like 4 weeks.
I know. Yeah, he said he's up for Beat Sabers this week.
I saw that. It said we
Right.
apparently we
Yeah, no, the way
dropped the
he said
Sabers
it,
part of it.
yeah, the way he said it looked kind of vulgar, and I was going to say something, but when I went to comment on it, the comment was gone. So I was like, maybe YouTube doesn't even want me to know.
YouTube said, don't reply to that.
But
How do you make a pom pom? You wrap around like 100 times and then you stick the thread under and tie it?
yes.
Or do you have to tie it like across the whole thing?
No, you tie
stick
it.
the thread under?
So like you're wrap. You tie it through the one side.
Oh,
Tie it
through
real
the-
tight.
Okay, so
And
if I
then cut.
so put the thread like this so that I'll be able to tie it. Is that what you're saying? Like I've got the thread in between my fingers. I wrap it around like this, and then I'll cut a thread and I'll pull this up and tie it with the thread over here. Is that what we're saying?
You could do that.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I also have a pom pom maker. I don't know where it is, and also that pom pom maker I feel like doesn't always turn out as well as just making it with my hands.
Ronald was the villain. It was the world premiere, and he was the villain.
Scandal.
I have a pom pom maker too. I have never used it. It's still in my closet, and I like pom poms on hats. I never make pom poms. I have never made a pom pom with that pom pom maker, or I have made a pom pom, but I haven't made a pom pom with that pom pom maker. I bought it because I thought I would make more pom poms, but the people that I end up making hats for don't like pom poms.
I think that pom poms on normal hats are ugly, but I'm not making a normal hat.
But if I made a hat for myself, I would make myself a hat with a pom pom. But I don't wear hats because hats don't look good on me. So,
So she says.
which is sad because I really like hats. I like making hats. I like the way other people look in hats. When I try to wear a hat, I don't look good in a hat. So,
Am I doing this
I do not
correctly?
live in Tennessee, sir. You must be thinking of someone else.
Oh, you're thinking of me. I live 30 minutes away from Johnson City. Well, now
I
that
keep
I'm in
I
Asheville,
keep
more like
forget I
45
keep
minutes.
forgetting that you are close. That Asheville is that close to the Tennessee border.
Mhm.
I keep forgetting that.
Ooh, I
But
feel like I'm doing something wrong.
so I'm already taking Marvel. Um,
Marvel Flux,
Not Marvel Flux. No,
Marvel Monopoly.
Marvel Splendor.
I was about to say Marvel Rivals, and I was like, they don't play video games.
There is a board game called Marvel Rivals. I think I was looking at that. I was
Based
also
on the video
looking.
game.
I was also looking at a board game that just came out called DC Arkham Escape or something like that.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
It looks interesting, but I don't think my group is really into superheroes of any
Mm.
variety. So I only bought the Marvel Splendor because I know your brother is into Marvel. So like I said, I have two groups that I play with. Your brother is into Marvel, so I thought he might enjoy it. And he does enjoy Marvel Splendor. So does Chloe. But B, the Marvel, at the time that I was standing in the game store, the Marvel Splendor was like $10 cheaper than regular Splendor. And
I wonder why.
I've always thought the art on regular Splendor was kind of dark and muddy looking anyway. So it doesn't appeal to me. And a big part of games, especially if I'm buying a game, it's got to be pretty.
Yeah.
And the art, I prefer the Marvel art on the Splendor cards, looking at the different superheroes rather than the muddy looking fake Renaissance art of the regular Splendor. So, I mean, I'll play regular Splendor on BGA or whatever, but I would not buy
But if
it
you're
with that
buying it,
art.
yeah, no, I
If I'm
definitely
buying it,
understand.
I'm not buying it with that art.
I definitely agree. I am fighting for my
So,
life trying to make this pop.
so now I'm debating, since I'm already taking Marvel Splendor, I'm debating whether I want to take Seven Wonders with me as well, because chances are I will never get them to play that. So maybe
I mean,
just
you
take
could always
one.
try.
The thing I was gonna take both of them, but then I thought, well, they already think that both of those games are big heavy games. So maybe take one big heavy game this time and then take one big heavy game
Nah,
next time.
good call.
So maybe I'll just take the Marvel Splendor this time because we did just play that one as well, and I feel very comfortable teaching that
Explaining that
because
one.
I think when I was trying to explain it to Terry before, I was caught up on how the Marvel Splendor is different from regular Splendor, and so I was commenting as I was going along and unpacking the box because we had just bought it at the game store. So I was unpacking the box for the first time as she was
Mm-hmm.
seeing it. And so I was making comparisons in my head, and I think I made it sound way more complicated because after I've
Gotcha.
played it the second time with Isaac and Chloe, it was like, oh, I this is really just Splendor, and you really just need to do this. And the couple other things with the Infinity Stone at the end are not that big a deal. So I think I can explain it better without confusing them this time.
I don't think this pom pom is gonna work out. I don't think I used enough yarn.
Yeah, I like pom poms to be super full, super
Me
full.
too, but we've already
So
cut it at this point.
let's move on to our. Oh no!
It's so pitiful.
Let's move on to our yarny crafty thoughts. Do you want to take a second and look in the Google Keep and look at the yarn news? Because I have no coloring pictures and I am still working on. I'm trying to finish this second
Slipper.
slipper because I'm going to Terry's this weekend. So I'm trying to get this finished like today or tomorrow. I've got like 8 rows left and then I got to sew up the slippers. I'm really close.
Let's see. Oh, links of yarn news. Hello. Open
Yeah, I
link.
threw it in there.
Thank you. And I can pull it up with my fancy
Since
computer.
since I don't want to mess up. Basically, Nitpicks, which I don't really shop from, but Nitpicks. I remember when Nitpicks started as a company. That's how old I am. I always feel old when I
Yes.
remember when a company started, and now they're considered just standard.
That's how I feel about SpongeBob. I remember when SpongeBob started.
See, I don't feel like that way about TV shows, but I feel that way about companies. Like, I remember when Bubble Yum first hit the
Not
market.
Bubble Yum.
Yes.
I'm
I
so sorry, I did not
remember
realize you were ancient.
I remember a time when there were no sour cream and onion potato chips.
What? But that's the
They,
best
they were
flavor.
not a thing. That's what makes me feel old when I remember a time before certain products were ever a thing. But
Honestly,
yeah,
based on the
I,
project I'm
the
working on,
little
I might roll with this one.
the little kitty cat.
This is
I
so cute.
I thought of you when I saw the kitty cat. So
Are
basically, they're having
you?
a 99-cent pattern sale. The sale ends tomorrow at midnight.
Is
Excuse
it
me.
knit or is it
It's
crochet?
knit.
No,
It's
I
knit.
should know by looking at it.
I think the majority of these patterns are knit because Knitpicks has a separate site for their crochet stuff that I think they call I Love Crochet.
Ah. Ooh, I kind of like this actually. This purple.
Yeah.
This purple like vest kind of thing. And this is gorgeous. I would never, ever, ever. But I love that. I would wear it. Making it.
What, the purple
No.
one?
No. This one. The Cersei pullover on the far left.
Oh, okay. I need the in big enough for me to see this better.
Yeah, I can't see what you're seeing over there because I'm over on the page.
Yeah. But yeah, oh yeah. Yeah,
Right?
I would never try to make that.
That would be the last
That's
project
not
I ever make
happening.
in my life, but I love it.
That's not happening. But yeah, it's mostly like sweaters. There are a few houseware type things that I
Uh,
thought might appeal. I really pointed it out for the kitties, and I think
I
on the
do love
second
kitties.
page there might be something that you like.
Ooh, I love
But
this college tour tee and pullover on the
mhm,
far right over there.
mhm.
But I wonder what that would look like because I don't know if this is a case of like it looks good because it looks good or it looks good because she's skinny. Let's see.
No, this is what are you trying to?
What are you doing? I'm looking at the page you sent.
No, I was trying to bring up their crochet site to see if they're having the same sale on their crochet site.
Ooh, I hope so because I will go check it out. Let's get to page 2. Oh, and let me check the chat, see if anybody said anything. So I'm all the way over here. Can I pop out the chat? Hello, chat. Where are the words? Ronald said, I just hate paying for patterns. Me too. Truly, I will spend hours scrolling through the free section of Ravelry looking at stuff because I also hate paying for patterns. Like, I'll do it if I really feel like I
so
like a pattern, but it gets frustrating.
so apparently their crochet site is just crochet.com.
They secured crochet.com?
I think it used to be We Crochet. That's what it was. It used to be We Crochet, but now it's crochet.com. And they apparently are having the sale as well.
Ooh. Well, I mean, while we're here. Crochet.com.
You see at
Ooh,
the
99
very
cent
top,
pattern sale.
yeah, the
Big,
99
yep.
cent pattern sale. Yep.
Let me, okay.
See, I don't subscribe to the crochet emails. I get the knit emails for some reason, which makes no sense because these days I crochet more than I knit, so I should be getting the crochet emails. But somehow I got on the knit email list. I haven't looked at any of these crochet patterns though.
The sun bag is kind of cute.
Yeah, the sun bag is cute.
But I'm not
Oh yeah,
seeing
I like
anything.
that. I like that.
Which one? What?
Scroll up, scroll back up. Yeah,
Any
that
further?
the Lola tank.
The Lola tank. That's kind of cute. It's granny squares, which are not my favorite. I wouldn't,
Yeah,
like, it doesn't look ugly. It is not my style. I would not wear it. So many plain things. I do kind of like the lavender vest. But it's also, like, these are all, like,
yeah. These are more plain than I expected from a crochet site.
yeah,
The
these all,
knitting site I expected them all to be plain, but I did not expect them to be so plain on the crochet site.
yeah, where are the statement pieces? These are all, like, fill your closet, wear with everything else pieces. Where are the
Uh
statement
huh.
pieces?
Well, I think that's what that woman was saying on that video that we talked about a few months ago. That knitting has gotten very beige and normal and stuff, and that there's not a lot of statement pieces that back in like the 90s and early 2000s, a lot of the patterns that came out. She was talking about knitting, not crochet, but a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the patterns came out were very like unusual and fun and that kind of thing. But a
Yeah.
lot of people in her comments had kind of a backlash of, I want stuff that I can build my wardrobe with that I can wear to the office. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to knit something that's a big statement that I can only wear every once in a while.
but
Ooh,
you
I
could
like
just
that
get that from
that Wind
Walmart.
River pullover. I like that.
Wind River, where, ooh, that is, that, yeah, that's a decent, like, fill your closet piece. That looks like
Hmm.
a decent sweater that I would probably wear several times.
Hmm.
But I,
And to be fair, I understand. I do understand when somebody says it like that. I understand because I do have a lack of things in my closet that I can wear that I can just pair with two or three different skirts or what have you. I also expected there to be more on both the knit and crochet. I thought there would be more. There's not very many accessory and
yeah,
and
it's just
especially on the crochet I expected
a lot of,
um
a lot of kind of similar bags.
a lot more stuffies and that kind of thing,
Yeah.
and
Ooh, this
there's
headband's
not.
actually kind of cute.
I see, I wouldn't have thought you would like that.
I wouldn't wear that normally, but I've been wearing a lot of headbands recently just because the length of my hair is weird.
Hmm.
And I would also wear that with the that headband wig that I got.
Hmm. That makes sense.
But
There's a
yeah,
crochet
I
sock.
I I don't know. I'm definitely the exact opposite. If I need pieces just to fill my wardrobe with the amount that yarn costs, I would rather spend less money and buy some staple pieces at Walmart, at Goodwill, at something, and then spend my money and my time making statement pieces.
Yeah, but some people would suggest the kind of things that you get at Walmart are not going to last very long. So if you make a state,
I mean, that's true.
if you make staple pieces yourself out of quality yarn, then they're going to last a long time. And so it'll be, it'll be in your, you're not replacing it three times over.
Yeah, I don't feel like we need any more of these patterns. So many of these patterns look so similar.
That is true too. I think a lot. I think that a lot, especially on the knit side, there are so
Yeah.
many.
Ooh, capelet though.
There are so many like sweater patterns that look like every other sweater pattern. Why? Why do you need to make yet another plain pullover or yet another plain cardigan pattern? I can. Why do you need to write that pattern is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
you may need to make it because you don't have enough of them in your wardrobe, or the last cardigan you made, wore out, your dryer ate it, your dog chewed it up, whatever. You need a new cardigan. So I'm not saying you shouldn't make any more cardigans. I'm saying, why does anybody else need to write yet another
Yes.
cardigan pattern
Just get one of the patterns that are already out there.
that's already out there? The only exception to that, to me, would be a lot of these patterns out there are not written for plus size people.
Yeah.
And for those of us like me who don't want to do the math, there are, there is a need for plus size patterns. So yeah, if you're going to write a pattern and make it go up to 5x, then yeah, go ahead and rewrite write that plain sweater pattern and make it go up to 5x for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
There is
But
a
if
need
you're just
for that
making
because,
it in small, extra small, medium, we don't need that.
yeah, because that's already out there.
Also,
So
Ronald
that's
says
not
the
needed.
capelet, the cold never bothered me anyway.
Yeah, Ronald, I'm with you. I hate paying for patterns too. I am so with you there. I hate paying for patterns. Although having
I
said that, I am pretty much gonna buy that. I've already talked myself into buying that pattern for the socks that you mentioned last week. The only reason
mhm.
I haven't purchased it yet is because if I buy it, then I'm real tempted to start it. And I have other projects that I want to work on before I start those socks.
The reason that I hate buying patterns is because you can't, like, there's no way to check to see if this pattern is written in a way that you, like, understand and like. Like,
Yeah.
I think a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, I was tired of making the big round chickens, and I found a pattern for little chicken squares, or for little triangle chickens, and I paid like $2 for that pattern, and the pattern is a single page that says crochet a square and then fold the square in the corner to corner. It does not say chain so many, do so many, it says crochet a square, and I'm like, you can't just do that in a paid pattern. And then I bought a pattern 2 days ago, and I don't want to like out this person or anything because I'm sure it's written in a way that other people will understand. I don't like it. There are so many, like, in this pattern that I was looking at yesterday. I'm not even gonna say what it's for, so people can't like hunt it down or anything. Not that we've got 7,000 followers or anything, but it was so frustrating because, like, I could tell that the stuff that they were putting in, they were trying to be helpful. And for someone who is not an experienced crocheter, it probably would be helpful, but it felt overwhelming. It's like at the top, they have their special stitches of, there's like bobble this, bobble that. And from the beginning, it felt like they were abbreviating things that didn't need to be abbreviated. And then further down, and then the way that it's written out, they've got the steps, but then like in between the steps they've got like extra tips, but it was formatted in a way that was confusing. And then I go down and I'm like trying to read the pattern, and there's like so many abbreviations that I feel like didn't need to, like, they made their own new abbreviations, and then there's like standard abbreviations, and it's just I was like, is there just a plain text version? Take out all of the fluff. I will figure it out. I'm already frustrated because I'm having to do foundation single crochet. Like, is
See,
there?
that's the kind of pattern that make the younger knitters and crocheters go, can you just make a video for this?
They made a video. They made a video. I had to watch the video because I was like, what are you telling me to do right now? I got so confused and so frustrated. And like the item itself looks good. I don't have a finished one right now because I'm still working on other stuff. But I had to put it down because it was so frustrating that I was like, I am not going to spend my time and energy working on this right now. I could be making other things for this event. I am not doing this.
But you get what I'm saying. So many young knitters and crocheters don't even want to be bothered to
Exactly. Yeah.
learn to read a pattern, and part of me is like, you know, do what your ancestors did and just read the pattern, learn to read the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
But then you run across a pattern like that where they're making up their own abbreviations and all this other nonsense. That's just going to be frustrating if that's the first pattern that a crocheter
Yeah.
has finally decided, after using videos, they finally decide, you know what, I'm just going to try to read a pattern, and they pick that pattern,
It
and
was
they're
just
never going
so
to pick, they're
frustrating.
going to go years before they pick up a pattern.
Exactly, because that's not how standard patterns are written. But if that's your first like foray into reading patterns, it's
Hmm.
not like. And again, it could be that a pattern like that is actually useful for new people, and I am
Uh-huh.
just like, I am just old and crotchety in my 33 years of life or something. But it
But,
like
just kind of like when you read a series. If you're reading the fourth book in the series and you're reading them all in a row in the space of a week, you really don't need them to give you that recap
exactly,
in the fourth
yes,
book, because you just read the first book 3 days ago. I really don't need the recap in this fourth book. But somebody
exactly.
who's reading the books spaced out as intended may
They
need
need the
that
recap.
recap. So you have on here period bracelet.
Oh yeah, fully forgot that I put that on there. Where did I see that? That was on. Sorry, I think that was on YouTube. Let me see if I can find it to share. But it was. It's not something like revolutionary, really. But I saw
Hmm.
someone. It just came up as a YouTube short. Um, but it's this woman who figured out how to make period bracelet. If I could spell. Essentially, you get different colored beads, and you have a little charm. I found the exact one I was
Hmm.
looking for. You have different colored beads. Oh God, please don't be loud. Jeez Louise. Share this tab instead. Can you actually? No, you can't. Trying to get a confirmation email from your mama is hell. Oh, is she crying out there?
Bad.
Oh, take Wally and just let her in here. My dog is upset because she can hear me in here and she is not in here. Hello, add to scene. There we go. Are you ready, mother?
I am ready.
I mean, we don't even really need to fully watch the video. Huh? Oh, hang on. Bear with me 2 seconds. I gotta go get my dog.
I will bear with you 2 seconds. Meanwhile, let's see if there's anything else I need to talk to y'all about while she is doing that. Um, I don't know. I don't have anything. I don't know because I don't have any crafty things to work on. Oh, I was thinking one of our nights for the cruise is going to be tropical night, and I was thinking that the jellied fruit, because I was trying to think, what am I going to make this time for the cruise for our crochet along in June. We're not doing any special colors or anything this year. There's a white night, there's an 80s night, and there is a tropical night. So we're just going with those. We're not doing anything, any special colors or anything. So I was thinking maybe I might make one of those um, tropical tops with the fruit, because I think the fruit on there would be kind of tropical if I make one of the tank tops and put some of like the oranges and stuff like that. That would be tropical.
I am back. And
Okay.
the video, I muted it because you don't really need to hear what she's saying
Uh
because
huh.
I'm going to explain it. But essentially,
Okay.
you take different colored beads and
Uh
you
huh.
put them on the bracelet, and then you have a little charm on a claw clasp.
Uh huh.
Um, and with the bracelet, every day you move the claw clasp around the bracelet,
Mhm.
and depending on where it is, that's like where you are in your cycle. So like the
Oh.
pink days are should be your flow, and then there are certain days that show like there's certain colors that show when you're ovulating, and then certain
Mhm.
colors that show like when you're not. And so it's like it's just another interesting, like it would be great for like younger girls who are like
Mhm. Yeah,
keeping
because
track of
we're
their period
both
and stuff.
going through menopause and perimenopause. We don't need all that.
I'm not going through perimenopause. You
Yeah,
keep
you
trying to
are.
put that on me,
You're in
and
your
I refuse to
thirties.
claim that.
You're in your thirties.
I
Perimenopause is on its way, even though you don't know it.
I am not claiming
Because
that.
I was because looking back on some of the things that I've been going through over the past 20 years, I was in perimenopause and didn't realize it.
I refuse to claim that.
I didn't recognize anything, but to be fair, there wasn't all that attention like there seems to have been over the last 2 years of, are you experiencing perimenopause? Are you blah blah blah? If you're feeling this and this and this, it could be perimenopause. Just all the media attention on perimenopause.
Yeah, because people didn't know that perimenopause existed for a while. I feel it was just like you have your period and then menopause. Like there was
Yeah,
no knowledge about it.
nobody talked about the time leading up to that was called perimenopause, and that you could have a bunch of symptoms leading you up
Hmm.
to the time. So I was in perimenopause all that time, did not realize it, and then one day my period stopped, and then it's like, okay, I'm done. I didn't realize that all the bothersome things like my ears itching and
Ears
other
itching.
things were leading up. Apparently, when your estrogen starts getting low, it dries out your ears, and
Stop.
that's
Why is
why
my
the
ear
inside
itching now? Because you're talking about it.
that's why the inside of your ears start itching.
I refuse to believe this. This
It's
feels like
just
a
it's
conspiracy.
just another
But
another.
in the
But,
meantime,
so, are we done with our?
almost.
Yes, Robin. We all hate periods. Oh, so cute!
Isn't it so cute?
So
That's why I
cute.
needed a pom pom.
That's what the pom pom was for. So cute.
Yeah, because the event that I'm going to on Saturday is like a carnival thing. So I'm gonna make a
Oh
few of
yeah,
these.
that's definitely carnival. I like that.
I wanted to make
That
like
works.
ruffle collars too to go with it, but just making this ruffle. Oh, where is it? Just making this ruffle. I was like,
No.
ooh. So many rows with 3 triple crochets
So
in
what
each
kind of
stitch.
outfit are you gonna wear that with?
I don't know. I have no clue because I might
I
make just a
thought you.
ruffle for myself.
I
I
thought you would have. Looking at the colors you picked, I thought, oh, you must have an outfit that matches that.
Oh no, these are just I'm still working through yarn in my stash. So I just pulled 2 colors and I was like, these colors will look good together. And they do.
And they do look good together, but now I don't know what outfit you're gonna put it with.
Neither do I, honestly. I'll figure it out. I have my overalls. I might wear like my overalls with some leggings under
Hmm.
or something. Because I feel like overalls can kind of
That's
give off clown.
that sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
But this worked up really quick. I made most of it yesterday, most of it last night, because this is just like the opposite hand. This is just a cone, and then you make like a circle base. Ooh, take it off. So it's stuffed with a little bit of
so
polyfill
it's
in there.
stuffed. Okay.
Yeah, and so you make the circle base.
I was
and
wondering
then
how it was like just staying up. So
Yep. I mean, even without the stuffing, it stayed up fairly well. But it would collapse under any kind of anything. So I went ahead and stuffed it because that's what the thing said. And honestly, I was upset that the pom pom didn't turn out the way that I wanted to. But it kind of
looks good.
I feel like it kind of goes with the vibe of the thing.
It looks good. It's nice and spiky.
Yeah.
Normally I like my pom poms to be like almost plush, but that's nice
what I
and
wanted.
spiky.
Yeah.
That's nice and spiky, and I think it goes with what you're using it for.
Yeah. So I think I'll make maybe because the event that this is for is Saturday. So I think I might try to make 3 or 4 more of these because I was trying to work on something else with that pattern that I didn't like, and I'm like,
So are you making these to wear or to sell?
Both. I'm probably gonna wear one and then I'm gonna
you're
sell
in an
the
event.
rest.
You're at an event to sell.
Yes.
Okay, I thought when you said event, I thought you were going to something in this part of your outfit, but no.
Oh
this is
no.
to sell.
Yeah, this is to sell.
Okay. Cute.
It's so tall.
Cute.
I wonder if I could make some of these to like attach to headphones, so it would just be like on my headphones every time I wear them.
You're so weird. So is that all of our yarny crafty thoughts?
That's all I got.
That's all I had too. So let's move on to our media consumption. Do you have anything? Because you didn't add anything to the list.
I don't think I've consumed any media. I still have not started watching. What is this? Oh, I still have not started the new series of Dimension 20 because they're doing Vampire the Masquerade, but I haven't found, because this event is coming up, I haven't found a good time where I can just like sit and watch it and not be distracted trying to read a pattern that is confusing my brain. Have I watched anything else? That is a good... I watched a little bit of Taskmaster because series 21 is coming out on YouTube right now. So I watched a little bit of that and I'm enjoying that. But outside of that, I don't think I've consumed any media.
Have you finished reading Heart of Iron?
No, but I'm so close. We are like about to hit the conflict of like someone has been taken, and so people are trying to go get that taken person, and where they've been tracking them down, and so we're about to get to the point where they converge.
Cool. Well, I just have a couple things to mention. A short one is Dictionary Diva. I just
See you later,
found.
Ronald. What's Dictionary Diva?
Bye, Ronald. Dictionary Diva. I looked at the wrong camera. But anyway, Dictionary Diva. I just found her on TikTok, and she also has a YouTube. But most likely, I will be watching her stuff on TikTok as it comes up. But she is a woman. She looks to be halfway between your age and my age. And she does videos about old words, and I love words, and so she does videos about old words.
Such a nerd thing to say. I love words,
but it's I just do.
You're good. I'm messing with you. Continue.
But she does it. She does it. It's not like in a dry, because I've watched other. I used to listen to a podcast called The Word Nerds, and there was another one, and they were more in a scholarly way. Her videos are more like in a funny way, because she's using words that she feels like we should bring back. I've only seen a couple of her videos, but it's like she's using words that she feels like we should bring back into the lexicon, and that's how I feel too. I hear old words or even words from other English speaking countries, and I hear these words, and it's like I would love to bring them into my vocabulary, but either I forget to do it or I just can't find an appropriate time to do it. Like for instance, I prefer the word pram over stroller,
Pram.
but I
But when are
never
you ever
managed.
talking about
But
babies?
I never managed to use pram when I was pushing a pram. You know what I mean?
One word that
So
I have added into my lexicon, just because I love it, anti-clockwise. I say anti-clockwise all the time. Anti-clockwise.
But if you have a chance, check her out on YouTube because I know you
Yeah.
don't do TikTok anymore. But look her up on YouTube. She has some slightly amusing. I just her and in general any kind of um because when I used to do like Twitter more
Hmm.
and things like that, or like blogs or newsletters and things like that. I used to subscribe to things that would give you like an old word of the day type
Hmm.
thing. I eliminated a lot of that stuff because I'm trying not to have too much clutter in my digital life.
Yeah.
But I like old words. So there's that. And my other one, which leads back to the
Ooh, time
beginning.
out. Robin was asking, have you seen Word Girl? I never really watched the cartoon, but a YouTuber that I follow, Athena P, she does like long form like essay type videos about old children's shows. So I watched her video about that show where she
I
goes
have
in and she's like,
I've never heard of Word Girl. Was this a
it's
show that was on during the time that you were a kid, or
no, it came on after I was a kid. It was like, and past the point, because I did watch a lot of children's shows past the point that I should have, but even
so did
past that point,
I? But
yeah, but even past that point, it was like a PBS show that's like that helps kids read. That's like,
okay,
oh, this is how you spell this word. Oh no, what word do we need to be able to help? Blah blah blah. And she's got like magic powers.
oh, okay, interesting, interesting.
Hmm.
Um, but my other big thing that was on my mind is TikTok has been taunting me with two different shows that are not coming anytime soon.
Ooh, rude.
Well,
What
one is
shows?
not coming. One is not coming till summer, and the other one is coming next week. And I am gonna go ahead and get a month's worth of BritBox, I think, for this. But it's the other Bennett sister. That was the book that I was talking about in the beginning. This book is a
Hmm.
book that came out in 2020, but they just the other Bennett sister by Janice Hadlow. It's a book that came out in 2020, but they've just made a 10-part miniseries,
Ooh,
and that's
okay.
airing right, and it's airing right now on the BBC on BBC One. So on TikTok, I'm getting all these. You know how people on TikTok and
Pull clips and stuff.
YouTube Shorts like to do the little shorts of dramatic parts of movies
Yep.
or whatever, and then they never tell you what movie it is, that kind of
Yes,
thing.
and you have to scroll through the comments and hope that there's an angel in there that told you what it is.
Uh huh. But but
Drives me crazy.
sometimes you recognize like Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. You know who that is. You don't have They don't have to tell you because that's just a very distinctive look,
Yeah.
you know, to that show. And same thing with the other Bennett sister, the main actress who is playing Mary. I have never seen her in anything else. So you see her in those Regency clothes, and you know, oh, this is another clip from the other Bennett sister. If you see one of the other actors first, you might get confused because several of the other actors have been in shows like Bridgerton and other stuff. So it's like, okay,
Hmm.
what
Is this
period
Bridgerton
drama
or is
am
this
I?
something else?
Is this something else? But then you see her face come up and it's like, oh, this is the other Bennett sister. But basically, that one and A Woman of Substance, which was the debut novel by Barbara Taylor Bradford back in 1979. I never read it back then, even though I used to read big family sagas back then. but
You and your prairie
I never
romances
read
and
it back
stuff.
then. And huh?
I was saying you and your prairie romances and stuff. That's what I picture
Oh
when I
no, this
think
is
the same.
that
Oh,
no,
different.
a family saga is not a prairie romance.
What is a family saga?
No, no, what you're talking about, a prairie romance is like, you know, mail order bride goes out to the farm and
Uh
marries
huh.
the guy and they fall in love, blah blah blah. Usually around 1867 because I try to avoid slavery, so I read stuff after 1866. Set after 1866. But no, a family saga is a big honking. I'm talking. I read Howard Fast, The Immigrants. That book was this thick, hardcover, from the library, small print.
Feels like too much.
And no, but you remember we talked about. I'm getting off. Let's start with the other Bennett
Yep.
sister because I'm being taunted by both of these, and it's like, you know what? I'm actually going to check these books out from the library and or whatever service I have available to me because I can't watch these shows right now. So maybe I'll read the books.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't read these kind of books anymore
Mm-hmm.
because the Bennett sister is what they call a Austen variation, which is, and most of the variations are either of Pride and Prejudice or maybe
Mm-hmm.
Emma but there's a
Like
lot of Austen variations of Pride and Prejudice. And there's a difference. An Austen retelling is if they take Pride and Prejudice and set it like modern day or
or
set
like
it in
Pride and Prejudice and
India
Zombies.
or Pride and Prejudice and Zombies is a Austen variation
Oh,
because
okay.
you have taken it and twisted it into something different.
So the retelling is the exact same story, but it's a different time or place.
But it's set
Whereas
like in a different time or place. Yes.
the variation would be the original setting, the original characters, but the story is a bit different.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so the other Bennett sister is an Austen variation. It takes. Are you familiar with Pride and Prejudice?
I have not read it. I like.
Okay. I have never read Pride and Prejudice either. That's the funny thing. Because most people who read Austen variations read them because they can't get enough of Austen
Of
and
Pride
there's
and
no more
Prejudice.
Austen to be read. But I have never read Pride and Prejudice. But I've been exposed to it because of so many retellings and variations
Mm-hmm.
that I know the Pride and Prejudice story. So now at this point, I don't feel the need to read it, which I feel kind of bad about because it is a classic. I should probably read the original that all this is based on. But it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet. You know the story of Romeo and
Yeah.
Juliet at this point. Going back and reading it, there's no point to me because you
No,
know
yeah,
the
I
story
definitely agree. Yeah.
because it's out there in the zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist.
So the other Bennett sister basically, without going, I have not seen Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and I have not read it. I was tempted to read it, and I started reading regular Pride and Prejudice, but never got through it all the way.
I started Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, but never got through it.
I never got through it. But basically in Pride and Prejudice, there is the mother, the father. This is the Bennett family. There are 5 girls, no boys, and so there's an
Mm-hmm.
entail to the estate. An entail means that there is a law in place or a contract or whatever in place. This used to happen in old time England, where the property can only go
To a male heir.
can only go to certain people, either a male heir or a certain cousin or whatever. This entail says it has to go to a male heir. Mr. and Mrs. Bennett only had 5 girls, no boys. So the house and the money that goes with it is going to a cousin when the father dies. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole crux of the novel is that Mrs. Bennett is trying to get all her girls married
Mm-hmm.
so that they're all taken care of, so that when the father dies, she can go live with one of them and then they're all taken care of.
Yeah.
So the crux of it is the second sister, Elizabeth, getting married to Mr. Darcy. That's the main story. But there
Yes.
is the middle sister, because there's Jane, there is Elizabeth, there is Mary, there is Lydia, and there is Kitty. Mary is the middle sister. Mary is the only sister who is not pretty.
Oh no.
And her mother lets her know it every chance she gets. Her mother is like, why you were born ugly on purpose to cause me problems.
Not
This is
blaming the
what her this
baby.
this is what her mother says to her. Her
Not
mother te-
blaming the
her mother her
baby.
mother her mother tells her this the whole
That
time.
is
So she
wild.
and she, I mean, she started out as, and so this book is from Mary's point of view, right?
Of the whole
Because we
story, but from her
Yeah,
perspective.
because well, not only the whole Pride and Prejudice story, because the first I'm reading part 3 of the book right now. The
Hmm.
first It's written in parts like old books used to be. So like the first part is what happened in Pride and Prejudice, but from her point of view. There's a little bit in the beginning that's before Pride and Prejudice, because it talks about how she was a happy girl and she played with all her sisters and she enjoyed herself and she was full of life and she enjoyed things and stuff. And then at some point she realized, oh, I'm not as pretty as my sisters, and oh, my mother really doesn't like me. And then that's when she started turning into, becoming more quiet, becoming more studious. She stopped playing
Hmm.
outside and started studying serious books and all that other kind of stuff. But then they get into the Pride and Prejudice, and I'll admit, it was hard for me to get through that part, because all the clips from the TV show start from after the events of Pride and Prejudice. So I'm like, when we gonna hurry up? Because this is like almost a 500-page book. When we gonna hurry up
Jeez.
and get to the part that's in the TV show that made me
Yeah.
want to pick up this book? Because this part in the beginning, I already know what happens in Pride and Prejudice. I don't need to see this from Mary's point of view. But I trudged on, and now I'm at the good part, and I'm enjoying it. I am surprised that I am enjoying it because, again, I do not read. This is closer to literature than what I normally read.
Hmm.
I don't read literature. I read,
You read
genre
literature.
fiction. Haha. I read genre fiction where it's action, action, dialogue, dialogue. A lot of this takes place
Yeah.
in Mary's head and Mary's thoughts and how Mary is feeling about things. There's not as much dialogue and action as I would like, but surprisingly, I am enjoying it.
Mm.
So, and I thought I had to wait to the end of the month for, because it's playing in England right now, but it's coming over on to BritBox in the US, and
Hmm.
I thought it was at the end of the month, but it's coming to BritBox on May 6th. So I'm hoping they're going to just drop the whole thing
Drop the.
and
You know they're
not
not
make us
though.
watch week to week, because
You're gonna have to wait for
I'm not
episodes.
trying to pay for 3 months of BritBox. But if they're dropping it week to week, that means I'm going to wait to get BritBox so that I can
Until
watch
all
it
is
all at
out.
once rather than pay for 2 months of BritBox. Because the other thing I want, that I keep seeing um clips of, is A Woman of Substance by Barbara Taylor Bradford.
I don't know what that is either.
This is a family saga. And as I was
Hmm.
going to explain before, a family saga is a story where they follow several generations. So it's not just like a romance. Like Pride and Prejudice is the romance, and it kind of ends when Elizabeth and Darcy get together. Okay?
Hmm.
And that's what a lot of Austen variations go from. It's like, okay, what happens after they get together, right?
Hmm.
Well, a family saga is, you start with one person, usually the ones I've read. Again, last family sagas I read were like the immigrants, so it's usually someone coming over on a boat in 18 whatever whatever,
Hmm.
and them, you know starting out as a maid, building up their life, blah blah blah, and then you follow on to their kids and how they do with the business or whatever, and then their grandkids and how they do with the business. So you end up following like three generations of people
That
till you get to the end.
feels boring.
I figured you wouldn't like it,
It
but
sounds
there's always
boring.
but there's always things that happen. There's drama because there is like, this person got cheated out of money, and this person or this person you started off following gets pregnant by this other guy and thinks that he's going to stay with her forever. Well, then he snubs her and goes and marries somebody else, and so now she's out on the street. Oh no, what is she going to do? And blah 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 blah.
It feels too, which this is going to sound contradictory based on like the shows that I like. It feels too slice of life. It feels, I want big drama. We just won $1 million and owe
I'm
so
not
much money.
explaining
I
it well
want,
because it's not slice of life. It's big drama. There are confrontations in boardrooms and people throwing people out in the street, and
oh, is
it's
it more like watching like a drama show, like a
yeah,
telenovela?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's more like that. It's more like that. Family drama. Well, I was going to use Dynasty as an example, but I don't think you've ever watched that.
I have not.
But, mm-mm. But so it's like that. It's always big dramas.
Okay.
So, and if you could see some of the clips, I might send you some of the clips, because if you see some of the clips that they've been taunting me with on TikTok, it's like, oh, I need to watch this. So, and they made, like I said, the original book came out in 1979. They made a mini series of it in like 2000 or something, but that's not available for me to watch online. And now they have this new one.
Is it like lost media?
I don't think
gone?
it's not lost media. It's like you need to either buy the DVDs or pay me.
Oh, it's yeah.
Yeah,
It's behind a paywall somewhere.
It's behind a paywall somewhere. And now they have this new production, because the other production was made in America. This new production was made in England, so they're playing that one on BBC One, and that's not coming to BritBox until summer. And the books, I thought, okay, this book came out in 1979. Surely it's available for me to get from the library. No, ma'am. That book, because the new series is out and people are being taunted by it just like me, there is a month-long wait for that book. Months long. Let me see if I can find it on here. And it's not on, at least Amazon was kind enough to give us the other Bennett sister on Kindle Unlimited, so I got it through my Kindle Unlimited. But A Woman of Substance,
Library?
huh?
But from the library, you're having to wait.
Yes, the library is like, let's see.
I'm about halfway done with the main body of my next clown
See
hat.
if I can- Well, good for you.
4, 5. I think what I might do is I'll just spend some time making some like base. I did like the green one, but I think I'm gonna make some base like black cones, because I have a pretty big skein of black that I can work from. So I think what I'm gonna do is make several base black cones, and then once I've got some of those done, then I'll make I'll find some yarn to make the ruffles and pom-poms after the fact.
Okay, the wait at the library is 294 days.
Ooh! 294 days. That's almost a year.
Yeah, I know. That's almost a year.
That is
That is
crazy.
almost a year. But I'm seeing that Hoopla now has a copy available. Let me see.
What's
I
Hoopla
didn't-
again? I thought the library
Hoopla-
app was Libby.
No, the library app is Libby, but the library can also subscribe to these other services like Canopy or Hoopla, and they have those services have like movies and music, which I don't see why you need the music anymore if you've got Spotify, but movies and music and what have you. The difference. Oh Lord, stop it! All that love, go away, go away, go away, go away.
Not telling him to go away.
Go
Shunning
away.
love.
Go away. But okay, so they do have it available on. Is this an audiobook? No, it's an ebook. Okay, so they do have a copy available on the difference between Libby and Hoopla is Libby is the regular library, and the ebooks you get from there, the library has a license, and like if they like our library has a license for one copy of Woman of Substance. It's already checked out. A bunch of other people on waiting lists, so you can only get it back after they turn it in. Hoopla, things like Hoopla and Canopy, you have like I have 3 instant borrows and 5 flex borrows. And if a book is considered an instant borrow, then a million people can borrow it as long as you have an instant borrow available in your account. And so I have an instant borrow, so I could borrow that right now. So I'm not gonna borrow
I need to go
it.
see if my library has Hoopla.
They probably do. If not Hoopla, then Canopy. But I'm still not done with this yet, so I'll probably borrow that later. Now that I see that they have it, because I guess because the new TV show is coming out, a lot of people are wanting to. Because this book again, because this book is very old, so I can't imagine that there's still many people wanting to read this since 1979. 30 billion copies of this book were sold.
Also, Robin's scandalous. Faux outrage. Scandalous.
Exactly. Get a room. We don't need to see all that lovey-dovey stuff. But again, even though Barbara Taylor Bradford, I don't normally read that kind of stuff anymore. It's not. I haven't read a family saga in a good 20 years. I don't read those kind of books anymore. 20, 30, 40. How old am I? 60?
How old are you? 60?
I used to read last family saga I remember reading was Howard Fast, and that was back when I was in high school, when I was like 16 years old, and I'm like 58.
You were reading those in high school?
Yeah.
Wild. Meanwhile, I was just trying to read a series of unfortunate events, and they said that I couldn't.
I read things that were inappropriate to me.
Scandal.
Oh, and that Miranda book I told you about last week is considered young adult.
Which one? Remind me what that one was about.
That was the book where the 2 women look like each other, so they trade places.
Oh,
I had forgotten. I had forgotten that part of it takes place on the Titanic.
Wild.
But it's considered a young adult, which is why it was in. Although I don't know why young adult would have. Young adult back then didn't mean what young adult means now, because that was in my elementary school library. That book,
Ooh.
Which means kindergarten to 6th grade. You wouldn't hand a young adult book to a 6th grader these days, I don't think. Or a 3rd grader or a 4th grader.
Yeah. Ooh, Robin says you're 2 years younger than her oldest sister.
I'm an old lady. So I think that is everything that we needed to talk about, because that is all of my stuff. I'm just looking forward to these 2 shows. And now I'm looking forward to food and or a nap.
I just remembered I did consume some media, actually. I just finished it because I just finished coming out. Sorry, I'm pulling it up on my phone to show. Oh my god. No, go to there you go. Dimension 20 put out a Fantasy High webtoon, that's a retelling. It
Uh-huh.
was a retelling of their first season, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. I like the art. It's very like anime inspired or manga inspired, but still like its own kind of thing. But it was very fun seeing the characters like drawn out and seeing them go through the scenarios. They definitely changed a little bit because obviously like the original show was all improv and like playing
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons. So they changed a little bit so the flow of the story would kind of flow a little bit better. But it was so good. I really enjoyed it. And it looks like they're going to do the second season.
And how much does this webtoon cost?
It's for free, baby. And the whole season is out, so you can read it all right now. Because I was having to wait every
So
week for each
where did
Tuesday.
you find this?
Oh, the Webtoons app. Hang on, let me. Do I have?
So I need to download the Webtoons app again.
It's the yeah.
So it's not free. You get a certain number of watches and then you gotta wait a day or
No,
something.
no. This one you can read it all as it's coming out. It comes out a week in advance. So if you want to read it, hey, chill out. No, man. If you want to read it, sorry, one of my dogs jumped on my other dog. If you want to read it the second it comes out, then you have to pay like little tokens, or just wait till the next week and then it's released to the public for everyone to read. So this whole series is out right now, so you can just read the whole thing now. I was
Okay.
using up my little coins because I was like, I want to read it right now, but the whole thing's out.
Because I used to have the Webtoons app because there was one Webtoon that I was reading. Can't remember the name of it, but I enjoyed it. I didn't finish it because I had read up to what was already out, and then it's like, okay, I'm not paying any money.
Yeah,
So-
no, the webtoons are like.
Then I lost kind of interest in it or forgot about it or whatever, and deleted the Webtoon app from my device. But I guess I should put it back.
Yeah, because the webtoons are like when your favorite content creators on like YouTube or something are like, oh, you'll see the new episode every Wednesday, or if you're subscribed to our Patreon, you'll see it on Sunday. It's like that. So
Okay.
the newest stuff is like we got, but there are so many webtoons that I'm reading right now that are like basically fully out, or I like have so much that I haven't caught up on. Because there's the Fantasy High one. I love reading Crow Time. Crow Time is truly nothing like. I don't know, nothing dramatic. It's the author of one of my other favorite webtoons, which is like about fairy tale like book characters. Their books all get mixed up, so they're like doing stuff together. But she wrote one called Crow Time, which is just these cute little crows, and they're just living their crow life. I don't know how to explain it. It's just Crow Time. And they're just, I love how
cute.
big their
Art
eyes
is
are.
nice. The art is nice.
Yeah, it's a very, I really admired their art style. But it's just crows talking to each other about like, why are the humans not taking the shiny stuff? That's so silly. Just crows being crows. And then I think
Yeah, I think maybe Webtoons is something I can probably take another look at, because that's another reason why. Cough drop time.
Ooh,
That's another
get your cough
reason
drop.
why I have found myself reading the other Bennett sister and thinking about a woman of substance, because the usual things that I read like the usual series that I'm reading, none of them have an installment coming out until June or July. One of them doesn't have one coming until November. And then a lot of the other authors I was trying, I don't like them. So it's like, okay, I need to broaden my, because I kind of use whatever recommendations. Oh God.
You sound like you are struggling over there. Drink some water.
Too much talking. I use whatever recommendations that Kindle kind of gives me, what the Kindle algorithm gives me. But after a while, if you've read everything, nothing new seems to be coming up until you like branch out into something that's like off in left field, and then all of a sudden they start bringing you new recommendations. So hopefully, now that I'm reading the other Bennett sister, maybe they'll bring me some. The only problem is if I read something from like Hoopla, that doesn't count into the Kindle algorithm.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
I mean, could you just like pull it up on Kindle? Let's see what's going on in the chat. I tried to crochet a crow. I gave up on that particular one I was trying to do. Yeah, Robin, I've been hunting for the perfect crow pattern because I really want a crow that looks like the crows in that comic that I was showing, where it's got like the big eye and it's just kind of like an S shape. If that makes sense, it's like the beak is like kind of like an S shape. I'm trying to find one that doesn't involve a ton of sewing because I really don't want to be sewing feet and beaks.
And Robin wonders if Benadryl would help. I'm scared of taking Benadryl because I'll get sleepy.
Well, they have the non-drowsy Benadryl now.
I don't know.
Like
I'll have to look it up. I'm
daytime
writing it
Benadryl.
down now.
Also, I finished a cone. And I used a smaller hook this time, so it's definitely going to be smaller. Because look at that comparison.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's going to be smaller. But I am okay with smaller.
Well, maybe smaller will work for like little kids.
Yeah. And also the smaller means there's not as many gaps because I didn't hold it up super close, but you can like see the stuffing in this one, whereas I feel like you won't be able
And
to
smaller
see it
might
as much.
might feel like a little fascinator.
Yeah. But they work out so easy. It's literally 10 rounds to do this. It's just 10 rounds of making a cone. Though I might see if instead of starting, because the pattern has you starting from the tip and working your way down, I might see if I can like reverse engineer and do it from the bottom up. Because starting from the tip and working your way down, you have to magic circle, single crochet 3 into that circle, and then slip stitch into the first stitch of the 3.
I know how much you hate slip stitches.
The slip stitch isn't the problem. It's that you have if you have 3 single crochets, that is a little line, and you have to try to fold it into a circle so that you can single crochet into that third one. That's a pain in the butt. As opposed to like working from the bottom up. I feel like it's easier working from the bottom up, in my opinion, instead of starting with a tiny little like, I don't know. I might try to see if I can reverse engineer one and figure it out.
Well, Robin seems to think I will get used to the Benadryl and it won't make me sleepy after a few days. So,
What's in it that makes you sleepy?
Benadryl is
'Cause
an
I thought-
antihistamine. Antihistamines make you sleepy. It's a
Oh,
side
the
effect.
antihistamine makes you sleepy. Okay. Because I was like, are they putting stuff in there to make you sleepy? But is that gonna cause issues later of like you're always taking antihistamine so your body stops? Because that's why I don't take melatonin every night. Is because if you take melatonin every single night, your body stops producing melatonin naturally, and so you have to continue taking it. And so I'll like take it for a week and then stop for like a few days to a week, and then take it for a week and then stop for a few days to a week. Because I'm terrified of being melatonin dependent.
Yeah, I'll do some research and see if it'll help. Because right now, I mean, the cough drops it doesn't really bother me to do the cough drops. I mean,
Oh, goodness.
I try not to do a cough drop while I'm talking to you because I feel like the sound of me sucking in the microphone is probably gross. But when I'm just talking out in the world, I don't have a problem sucking on cough drops. That's not an issue to me. But so I think that is the end of us. Because
Think
don't
we're
you
done.
have a market to do today?
I do. I have to go back to the farmer's market. So, if you're on YouTube, which where else would you be? That's the only place where we put these right now. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching the video after the fact, which some of you are, we get at least 20 views on our live videos after the fact. So you're out there. I see you.
I don't know who's watching it.
I don't know who's watching, but I see you. And if you're there, give us a like. I'm not even gonna ask for a comment. You don't have to come up with any words. I don't know how the hype button is only there for the first like week after the video's out. I'm not asking for all of that. I'm asking for just one little thumbs up from each of yous. Because I know you's out there. And you're watching the video.
Just let us know. Put a smiley face in the comments just so we know that you're there.
Do something. Let us know you're here
The
other than the views.
little lurky eyeballs.
Yeah, the ones that are like,
Yep. So we know that that you've been watching us and lurking.
All right, we're out of here, I think.
Peace out, y'all.